But the devouring mother is very much associated with Jungian psychology, which I kind of think is curious because I don't think Jung ever mentioned the devouring mother. Someone please tell me if he did, because I can't find reference to it. The devouring mother is an archetype. It's a parent who is overly smothering, restricts the development of the child. I would suggest dads are every bit as capable of being devouring, maybe in different ways. These things manifest differently from time to time. So I tend to look more at the devouring parent. But for the sake of the archetype, we're looking at the mother. But I'm meaning both parents. This is someone who is overbearing, controlling, and suffocating. They rule. They could rule with an iron fist. All rules must be obeyed. Again, when you call me that, you have to mean it. The thing about the rules are, just like those conditions, they constantly shift. The child doesn't know what the rules are. One day something is fine, the next day it isn't. And this can go back to the sadistic element. Prior to, I think it was DSM-4, I might be wrong, there used to be in the DSM sadistic personality. That's been removed because sadism was very hard to distinguish from the other stuff that was going on. Looking at the Dark Tetrad, there was more interest in sadism, but when it was a personality disorder, Theodore Millen suggested 4 different kinds of sadistic behavior. There's enforcing sadism, which is sometimes what you get with the overbearing parent. Best way I could describe enforcing sadism is anybody who ever spends any time on something like social media and they look and they see people and it's almost like they're spending their lives looking for things to be annoyed and upset about. They control, they domineer through finding fault, looking for fault. There is also tyrannical sadism. Best way I could describe that would be like the very harsh, gruff Sergeant Major type screaming in your face. Then we're moving down. There can be overly protective. That's the thing whenever you become a parent. You realize you have a bravery you never had before. You'd throw yourself into a pack of wolves to protect your kids. Or is that just me? I don't know. But overly protective. This can be, again, like the overbearing. Being overly protective is not allowing the kid to do anything that might cause upset, not just hurt them physically, don't do that, you'll fall over, you'll hurt yourself. Anything that might even upset them, like being told no. So they're not learning resilience to things like disappointment or having to try again or try harder. There's overly nurturing, which I would suggest is spoiling. It's spoiling rotten. It's giving the child everything. Now, some parents confuse love for things. The more things I give the child, the more I love them. They've got the best toys, the best bikes. I don't have to spend any time with them. I don't have to listen to what's going on in their world. There's the neurotic parent, which we often find with narcissism. Narcissistic people are very high in neuroticism. And sometimes you get the neurotic parent where everything is just terrible, everything is woeful, the whole world's in a dreadful state. And if it wasn't for this, and if it wasn't for that, everything has an issue, everything has a problem. I like to describe it like this, and I'm sure you've met people like this. Every solution has a problem. Every goal has some kind of insurmountable obstacle. And every silver lining has a cloud. That's the neurotic parent. And quite often what you find, going back to maybe the hero child, the child is parenting the parent. They're trying to make the parent's life better. They're trying to bring out a good side to the parent. They're trying to make the parent feel okay. Kids have become so enmeshed with the parents and how they feel. Again, kids learn how to behave, not how to be, how to behave. What do you do when mum's upset? What do you do when dad's angry? What do you do when? More often than not, though, you get the parent who is living vicariously through the child. You will see this these days a lot on social media. People parading their kids out, to dance in front of the camera or do whatever it is. which isn't necessarily a bad thing. We all put up pictures of kids and stuff like that and silly things they do. I'm talking about the people that actually get them to perform. You know, they're again living vicariously through them. Look at how smart my kid is. Look at how great they are.